Hi everybody, welcome to Wool and Wine, episode 36. I'm Tammy.
I'm Claudia.
I'm Janet.
And we are a knitting podcast, if you hadn't figured that one out. But anyway, thanks for coming back. And if you're new, we're super happy to have you.
And we are located in Bellbrook, Ohio, which is a south suburb of Dayton. And it's been a while since we've had a regular episode.
Right.
It has.
So we have lots of finished objects and works in progress.
Well, speak for yourself.
And sweater surgery.
And stuff.
And stuff, yes. Stuff, for sure. And a little bit of dream knitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we get going, cheers.
Cheers.
Wow.
Very good.
Man, that's earthy.
Yeah. Well, it's a 2010. I guess that's why.
We'll talk a lot more about that later.
Yeah.
But boy. Whew.
Holy moly.
Barnyard in my glass.
I didn't think it was barnyard. I thought it was kind of tart, actually. I was surprised.
Yeah.
Anyway. What?
Really good. Wine from
Okay,
France.
so we'll probably go ahead and do what we usually do, right?
Yeah. I can't think of, I can't think of anything else.
So Claudia's wearing a blast from the past.
Yes, this
What
is a
that?
blast from the past. A big one. This is the surf sweater Anka Strick. And I knit the size large. And yeah, I think this was my second sweater.
Yes.
I think it was. So that it is blast from the past. But anyway, the yarn that I used was Dream in Color, the smushy with cashmere in the colorway Schuler Lake, and then I used the Madelinetosh Merino Light in the colorway Brick Dust. And if you saw the picture, you'll know that I didn't do exactly what the pattern said, because I got going with these two colors. And let me get closer so maybe you can see a little bit better, because the pattern says to every other row you change, you go back and forth between colors, and then you do those things across here. And I just decided I liked the gold and the blue together. So
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I just kept going the whole way.
So you sent me the photo for editing. It almost looked like she goes across and does like a short row back to make one of, because her photo was what, black and white or gray
She
and
had
white
a
or
black,
something?
yeah, it looked like a black and white.
Yeah, it looked like short rows, knowing what we know now.
Right.
Back then, when you first did that, I probably wouldn't have even known by just a glance what it was.
Right. I was thinking the exact same thing. I'm like, oh, that looks like short rows. No wonder I didn't want to do it.
It's like, what the heck? What's that?
Yeah, right. So
it fits perfectly. It looks great on you.
yeah, I had my collar did stretch out, and it was kind of falling off my shoulders. So I took that stretchy clear elastic, and I ran it through the neckline, so it's perfect now.
It is perfect now. So did you cast on with the gold color?
Yes.
The rusty color? It looks really cool. It almost looks like a chain around it.
It is, and then you bind off with the same color, the rusty color, in the sleeves. And this is interesting because it wasn't a standard ribbing where one by one or 2 by 2. It was 6 by 1.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's all it takes to keep it from curling.
Right.
Evidently.
Right, and that was sort of a new thing for me back then. So.
It's
It's a new thing for all of us.
Right.
Yeah, because I was looking on my Ravelry page and it was 2019 when I made this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I did stop wearing it because I couldn't keep it up. So now it's just fine.
Yeah, so that yarn is really holding up pretty well.
It is.
So is that a single? Is that what I remember? Not the
single?
Tosh Merino Light. I don't think that's
I think
a
they
single.
were both single plies.
You do?
Yes, I do. I mean, even looking at it, it looks. Yeah, here's a little piece right there.
Oh, maybe, yeah.
It looks like a single ply to me, but anyway, it is holding up quite well, and I don't think I've shaved it.
I
So-
think yeah, there's no pilling. It looks great.
Yeah, it's holding up real well. I'm happy with it. Yeah,
It's your colors.
I guess so. That it is. I still like that pattern though. I mean, I still think it'd be pretty to do it in the kind of black and white because that was really good colors for that sweater. So
Yeah, but it looks really good in those too. I mean, you
Yeah.
could do any two colors together that look great together.
right, exactly. So that's my wear today.
And probably no modifications because back then you didn't even
Oh
really
shoot.
know how to make them. If you did, it was unintentional.
Right. Yeah. Well, I do remember just thinking I was going to make, instead of the stripes that she had, I was just going to do stripes.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried that. I didn't like it, and I ripped it back.
Oh, you tried her short rows?
No, I didn't try her short rows, but somebody had done stripes in their
Oh.
projects, and I thought, oh, well, that's cute. So I tried that, and I just decided I didn't like it. I think it was the colors, just weren't right.
Well, that blends so well.
Yeah,
And-
so I ripped it out and I did this. So that's when I was doing fingering.
Right.
Yeah, but a fingering weight sweater is really a great weight. To
It
wear.
is. It is very good. Yep.
So that's a new one.
Yes,
that's
this
a
is
beauty.
my first finish and the thing I'm wearing. And this is the Monday sweater by PetiteKnit. And
Oh, that looks beautiful.
It is
here's
beautiful.
what it looks like. This
I bet she's gonna get a lot of wear out of that.
beautiful yarn.
Yeah, that's so pretty.
And there's the video. So what I did was I got this gifted yarn from Claudia, which was the Sheepyshire Dandelion Mohair, and it was in the color Go Figure Go Home. So I held that double with or I held it single, but I held it with Pearl Soho in the colorway Lemon Meringue. So one was a DK and one was a mohair, so it was like a worsted. And this was a worsted weight pattern, and it's just kind of a plain pattern, but it's kind of really pretty. I really
Well,
like it.
I don't think you'd want to do anything but plain with that combination.
Right.
Because it's so
right.
pretty just
So
like that.
yeah, with the mohair standing out. Because in this particular sweater, the mohair is what gives all the colors.
Right. That
Besides
good wool.
just that yellow.
That good wool is
orange.
so good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it is. It's a beautiful non-superwash wool.
Yeah.
So I really like it. I did a little bit more of decreases in the arm than what the pattern called for. So I made my sleeves a little bit more slender than it was. This is the size, I think it's 43-inch sweater. It was a
is
size small.
43 and a quarter, size 2.
Okay, size 2, 43 and a quarter since
I happen to know that.
I'm very happy with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really a great sweater.
So it's like one of my first finishes for 2024.
And this is what, your second time wearing it, or maybe even
Yes.
third already?
Yes, my second time.
Okay, yeah.
So-
So we got to see her in that before, and it,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like that is
Truly.
so, yeah,
Yeah,
right.
so pretty.
And you
So-
had to get another skein of the Go Figure Go Home.
I
Is that
did,
right?
and they're so nice at the Sheepyshire. It was, what's her name? Tara? And she was so helpful, and she got the same dye powder from the same year that this was purchased, which was in 2022. And so it matched just perfectly.
Yeah.
You can't.
Even though it wasn't the same dye lot.
It
but,
looks perfect, yeah. You can't
worked
tell.
out really nice. So
Very
she
cool.
did a great job.
Yeah. And
And
that
giving
was
me another skein to
2
be so
skeins
close.
of mohair,
Yes.
plus that little bit. And each skein had how much? Do you remember?
459 yards for the mohair. So, and I needed just about 1/10 of a skein. That's all I needed. It was just a little more, but
That's frustrating, isn't it?
yeah. But now I have some for something else.
Yep.
So.
Perfect.
Yes, exactly.
All right. So, did you make modifications other than making the sleeves slimmer?
Nope.
It's good to know that
I
you did
just-
that. You made the sleeves slimmer than what she called for.
Right.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because
It was
she
kind of
still already
oversized.
needed a 1/10 of a skein.
Yeah.
Right. But it needed more.
Right.
Yarn
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Right, so I'll need to know that at some point. All right, so I am wearing the Friday Slipover V-neck by PetiteKnit. And I bought this because on the way to Rhinebeck, we stopped at Pick Up Every Stitch, and Moondrake yarn happened to be one of the specials that they were doing. And if you bought it that day, you got some % off. And so they had samples of this vest, and it just looked so cute. So I bought 3 skeins of the Moondrake Cormo DK in the slate colorway and brought it home, and it took me a bit, but I finally finished it. And if you notice that there is a band here where
Yeah,
the
that's
color changed, it's really frustrating. It is hand dyed yarn. It's the same dye lot. And it's not, I mean, it's tonal, and you would not really expect that big of a color change in the same dye lot. And I did not alternate skeins, and at the time I was knitting, it didn't look that big of a difference. It looked like it got dark and then it got light again, but overall that one skein is pretty dark, which is a little bit of a disappointment. I am not ripping back. It's done. I may over dye it, but I mean, I know the rules that if you're using hand dyed yarn, you probably should alternate skeins, but with this pattern, it's not like you could do helical knitting because of the broken rib. It just would not have worked out.
Yeah.
So, because it really would have altered it. And I don't know that there was a logical good spot to do the twisting. I mean, it's not like you've got some raglan increase someplace. I guess I could have up here done it at the sleeve separation and then done it down the side, but hindsight's 20/20 and all that. So
Yeah.
anyway, I don't think I made any modifications. Do you have a finish?
I do have a finish. I have the Latte Sweater by Kadri. And I knit the size 45, and it's with pearls before wine. I love that. In the unicorn worsted in the magenta colorway. And here we go. You see the video. So, yeah, just a very simple pattern. And with this yarn, I think that was the right way to go. Just very simple raglan. That's really about all it is. I didn't make any modifications.
Do you know what gauge that is?
I think it's like a 15 or 16. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, it brings out the beauty of the yarn.
Yeah,
It does.
It's something simple, just like the
Yeah.
Monday.
Right.
Similar.
Yeah. You want it to be very simple design because otherwise you'd lose it. And I still have 2 skeins left, so that's kind of lucky.
Yeah.
So I can't think of anything else I need to tell you.
I love the way the color
Changes from
happens down the sleeve. I just think that looks so cool. And down the body too.
and the body, yeah. Because
It just is beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, I bought this in Walla Walla, Washington, and they had this in a light blue, green, and probably an off-white. And I said, "Oh, I don't have any magenta in my wardrobe. I need it."
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, green would be the color that people would be like, oh yeah, that's a color she'd pick up, but not this time. Good job on you.
I surprised you guys, didn't I?
Add a little pop of color.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Thank you so much.
You could dress that up and down, up or down. Like
Yeah.
just throw it on with jeans, but that'd look really cute with black dressy slacks too.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
To me, it feels more like a sweatshirt.
Yeah. I don't know though. I saw it on you. It looked really nice.
Oh, thanks.
It's a very elegant sweatshirt.
Yes, it is. Okay, we'll go with that.
Bougie sweatshirt.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So do you have a FO
I-
aside from the one you're wearing?
Yes, I do. So the second sweater that I finished was the Steam Valley by Long Avec Anna. There's the video. And I'm very happy with it.
So pretty.
So I used the all Knit Picks yarns. The first one is the Upcycle Alpaca Blend Worsted, and that was for the main body, and the colorway on that is Graphite. And then I used the Wool of the Andes in worsted weight, and the colorways Amethyst Heather was is the purple, Sapphire Heather is the blue, and then there's the white.
That's just so nice.
I did. It
I will
really
just
good on
hold
her.
it up here so you can see the pattern a little closer up. It's just very, very soft and
Oh yeah.
Yeah, snuggle.
fits beautifully. So I'm really happy with this. I don't think I really did any modifications to the pattern.
You did the ribbing.
Oh. So on this one, I did do modifications, come to think of it. So it had this where you knit a few rows and then they do a roll. And so I decided to, instead of doing the provisional, or I don't even think it was a provisional,
No,
it was just that I decided to go ahead and do some ribbing at the top, just do a little small ribbing, 2x2 it looks like, 2x2, and then I did the 2x2 hem, and I didn't do the little roll on the bottom with the knitting at the bottom, so it would roll up. It's a really cute feature, but I decided not to do it.
Did you do that on yours?
So
On the sleeves, I did.
and the
not
sleeves
on-
also had that, which I just did the 2x2 rib on all.
Yeah, because you
So-
do like 2 or 3 rows of just stockinette after you do the ribbing, and then it just has a little turn up. And
Yeah, it has a little cute roll. Yes, and I didn't do it. But when I look at Claudia's, I'm like, that would have been cute. So I can do that on something
You can
else.
still do.
Yeah.
You can still add on a couple rows of stockinette and just let it roll up.
Yeah, if you really wanted to.
Right. At this point, maybe a different sweater in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, very happy with it. This is the first time I used the Knit Picks Upcycle alpaca wool, and I love it.
Yeah, it's really nice.
It really is very soft, and it blocked out really beautifully.
Yeah, the
And
stitch definition's really nice on it
yeah,
too.
it's a really nice yarn.
Cool.
Yeah.
And
I don't know how they
so-
do that upcycle, but I'm glad they
Yeah.
do. I think that's really kind of a cool.
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have the Whiskey Glass Shawl, and this is a free pattern by Janka Sipiczki, and I'm probably totally butchering that. I'm so sorry. But you'll see it, you will have seen it typed. So I started the Whiskey Glass Shawl in February of 2022. And I took it on a vacation, and I think you've probably seen it before. I might have worked on it just for a short time, but I have knit the same shawl once before, and Karen, one of our daughters, we have 4 daughters, and one of them said, "Wow, that's really pretty." And I said, "Would you like me to make you one?" She said yes. So we were going on a vacation, and I took yarn and I got it started, and I got to about here. So it was just this tiny little V, and I put it away when we got home, and it was a long time before I got back to it, and picked it up and did some more on it. And they came over and visited, and I felt bad, so I gave her the one that I made originally. And so this is the shawl in its glory. So it has a lot of baubles on it, and like I said, it's a free pattern. It's really lovely. So I did this mostly in Holstgarn Supersoft, and the colors are slate gray, flannel gray, and geranium for a pop. And that geranium, really, it's kind of like a peachy pink, and it sort of goes with a lot of stuff.
It's really cute.
It even
Really
goes
pretty.
like really good with this rust. But I gotta tell you, for a free shawl pattern, it's a really good one, yeah. And Holstgarn Supersoft is really good for a shawl because it's so incredibly drapey. But I love it. It's just good. I'm glad I've got it done, and it really fits in my wardrobe. So I did use a tiny bit of some vacation yarn that I'd used in the first one, and I had a little ball in the bag with it. So I went ahead and just used that for a few stripes here and there. But, you know, those special skeins that you want to add a little bit into.
Yeah, right.
Alrighty, so you have a stack of finishes over there too.
I do. So the next one I have is the Simple Baby Hat by Allison Williams. And here it is.
That's so cute.
It's just a little newborn size, because I do have a grandson on the way soon. And I used the Knit Picks Hawthorne Fingering Kettle Dye in the colorway North Star.
That's so cute.
It is
And
cute.
so for right at first, he'll have a little hat. And hopefully it'll be a little cooler. It's pretty warm right now. It's
Hopefully
like
for
50
Katie's sake,
degrees.
it's a little big on him.
Right? So anyway, it was a fun, simple, free pattern, and it didn't take long to make. So
So cute.
yes. So
Wow, nice.
that.
Okay, well, y'all know that I love the Tolsta Tea by Rebecca Clow. And so I have knit my 4th one.
And it's a pretty one.
It is a pretty one. We have a friend who knit it not too long ago in similar colors, and I posted this on Instagram the other day, but it's camel and white, And I just think that with a pair of white jeans is going to be so good.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, of course, when I tried it on for you in the video, I was wearing blue jeans, but I think this with white jeans is going to be amazing. And I love, it's like the best t-shirt pattern ever. I did go down this time and one needle size for the ribbing. You can see that it kind of comes in a little bit. I almost never go down a needle size for ribbing. But I did this time, and I hope it doesn't come back to haunt me. But it fits really nice, it's fine. So I knit this in, and I've heard people say the name of this yarn a couple of different ways. It looks like Katia, K-A-T-I-A, but it could be Acacia. And it's the Memphis yarn. There's a little bit of glare coming in. But so this is camel and this is white. So the white is color 03 and the camel is color 43. And that's probably not going to be my last one. It's such an easy to wear sweater.
It's a good summer.
Great pattern. And once you get started, once you know what your cast on number is, and where to put your markers, you really don't even need to look at the pattern again. And it might be because it was my 4th time. But you just do your typical raglan increases until it fits and you're done. So, excuse me, goodness gracious. Yeah, I didn't make any modifications other than to make it to my length. And I think that's it.
Cool.
So, you said you have no more finishes?
I have no more finishes.
Okay, so I know Janet does.
So my next one is called Dew Point by Laura Chow. And you will have seen the video. This is a shrug for our upcoming trip to Jamaica. And the point of this is to just put it over like a dress, a no-sleeve dress. So in the evenings.
That'll be perfect.
That is so cute.
I just thought this was so cute. I have one that is a crochet, but I've had it for so many years. And I decided I really wanted a knit one. And it was a simple, easy pattern. And the yarns that I used were 2 of them that I held together. The first one was the Knit Picks Chrome Fingering in the colorway Natural. And then I held that with the Juniper Moon Farms Finley in colorway Fresco. And so it became a
DK?
went to a
Sport maybe?
Like a sport weight for the pattern.
Yeah, that Finley is lace weight, I think.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So and it's so soft, like with holding that, the
The Finley with your chrome.
the lace with the chroma. Yeah. It's like, good grief. Yeah. So anyway, beautiful. I'm very happy with it, and I'll have some use for it here really soon.
Cool. Yeah, you will. That's really cute. That'll be perfect.
Okay. All right, so I have a sweater surgery. And the sweater surgery is the Lillet by Thea Colman.
Yeah.
And I knit this back in October of 2021, and I've worn it several times. But I put it on yesterday, And I decided that I really wanted to add a little bit of length to both the sleeves and the ribbing. So it now has a 4-inch ribbing, and if you haven't made this, I gotta tell you, look at this lace. I mean, it just looks so good. It reminds me of a lattice.
Yeah, I love it.
And I think this is my 3rd Lillet. Seriously, it's that good. It's another one of those beautiful raglans that's got this gorgeous lacy neckline. And I've done the lace on the neckline twice, but the time in between. So the first time I did the lace, and this time I did, but the time in between, I just followed on with the ribbing and then did whatever increases were necessary to get to the stitch count I needed for the raglan shaping. But boy, oh boy, I love this. So this is Madelinetosh Tosh Merino Light in copper pink, and I held that with Debbie Bliss Angel in color 019, which is rose. And it gives it this beautiful, dusty, kind of a dirty pink color. But I think it's my color.
I think it looks good on you.
I think it doesn't wash me out, right? So we're all trying to figure out what our colors are. Claudia's pretty sure she knows, but I still want to do a color analysis because you spend all that time knitting. And I want to make sure. I want to make sure they don't look like crap on me afterwards. So you still have another finish, right?
She does. I see it.
do. So mine is the Sampler Baby Blanket by Plymouth Yarn. And this is also a free pattern.
Oh, how cute.
Out there on Ravelry. And here it is.
That's adorable.
Oh my gosh.
I love the colors, the way it turned out.
Let me help you hold that while you talk about it because it's just so pretty.
So much fun to do this because of all the different patterns.
So it goes this way, right? This is the way you made it.
Right.
Can they see it all if I hold it up like that?
Pretty much of it. I mean,
You want to stand? I can stand.
It's pretty good.
I mean, yeah.
So I used the Karen Baby Cakes in the colorway Sky Gazer.
And it does all that changing?
Yes, it does all the changing. So this was one. It's in a great big cake.
It's
It's like 1,000 some yards, and
different.
that's all it took.
So it was exactly one skein?
Right. I did have a little ball left, but not much, just a couple grams. And anyway, I did it to pattern, and that was it. And it turned out really nice. So
Yeah, it did. That is really nice.
This will probably be very soon. I will not be seeing this anymore. This will be gifted.
Right. And it's machine washable and all the things.
Yeah.
Right?
That is so cool.
Yes, it's made of, I think it's nylon or
Acrylic.
nylon,
Something durable and washable for all those things that babies do.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that's cute.
So that concludes my finishes for today.
Yeah, mine too.
Mine too.
Now we're on to whips.
We are on the whips. So, you'd think I'd get tired of doing this and just finish it, right? But I'm still working on it. I am working on the sleeves.
So what is it?
It's the Cartwright by Jenny Atkinson. And so part of the reason I kind of stopped there for a while was I was going crazy because I have two sleeves and I'm doing them at the same time, so they end up being the same. And then I was like going crazy because I had 3 colors of yarn hanging off one side, 3 colors off the other one, and they were always tangled. And so this is how I fixed it. So now I can do one color at a time. So here's my gray. Here's my
Silver.
gray, yeah, my silver, and here's my yellow. And I actually have a little baggie. I put them in and I stuff them down my sleeve so that, I mean, yeah, look. See, that's a small problem. When you times two it, it's a big problem.
Right.
So my logic was if I stick it down in the sleeve, then I won't be like crossing yarns and all that.
Right. They'll always be inside the sleeve.
They're
they
always
belong
inside
to.
the sleeve. So anyway,
Good thinking.
there's my sleeve. And so I'm working on the shaping for the sleeve.
That's a good idea.
So it looks like your sleeve's about done, right?
It has a little further to go because it's
She's got
got,
to round that sleeve cap yet.
yeah. And this
Okay.
has, I think I had 3 more decreases, and then about a inch and a half of just straight knitting, and then you do for the shoulder. So I'm hoping all this works out.
Yeah.
I'm so scared.
Yeah, right. After you've gone this far.
Have you done? Maybe you should dry fit it. Just kind of take these out at some point. Maybe when we get upstairs after we're done.
And see how
And we
I'm
can
doing.
let's just pin it in place and kind of. I mean, I could dry fit. That sounds like obvious that we. Well, no, but I mean it's clear we've done some other crafting. But let's just kind of pin it in place and see how it's fitting into your
I hope.
into your sleeve, because I'm sure it's fine. The good news is knitting is flexible.
Yes, it is.
And we'll be able to ease it in
Yeah.
to sew it in place.
Yeah, I decided we have to do that because I'm not going back and taking them out.
Right. True.
And so the yarn I'm using is a Cascade 220 fingering, and it's a non-superwash. And I have charcoal, silver, white, and lemon. So that's hopefully next time that'll all be done, because you guys can go away and I'm gonna work on it. But I'm scared.
Don't be afraid. We'll do some things. We'll get you a little squared away.
Okay, good. But actually this did help a lot because I was just like always constantly
Raveling
untangling all the
Yeah,
yarns.
untangling,
And, oh
yeah.
my God, it was like making me crazy. So if you're in a similar situation, that helped me.
Wow. Oh my goodness. So you have a whip?
Yes. So mine is the Robinia sweater by Ventzel. And this was a huge inspiration from Claudia, who just finished recently her Robinia. So obviously I had to get it on the needles quickly.
And that you did, and it's
I
beautiful.
did. Yeah.
Oh, those colors.
Goodness, let's see. Let's get it all in order. So, I have made progress since the last time I was on the beginning of the front. And now I've joined it in the round, so the sleeves are on. They're not really on hold. They're just hanging out there. But I'm now knitting in the round.
That's beautiful.
So, loving how it looks so far.
Have you tried it on?
No,
Oh.
I actually have not.
It's gonna fit perfectly.
But
It is.
honestly,
I
I
get
just
excited though.
yeah, I just joined it recently, so
You
I
feel
guess
my
I really
hands.
wasn't thinking that. I'm just like, oh, I'm excited to keep on going. So,
Oh, that's so fun.
but yeah,
That's a great.
looks like it's gonna fit.
Yeah,
It
I'm
is.
sure
It's
it will.
gonna fit.
I'm sure it will.
Yeah.
It's a great sweater.
So, what I'm doing is holding yarns together. I find we do that a lot.
Yeah, we do.
We hold lots of yarns together. So, this is the Knit Picks Wool of the Andes worsted in colorway cranberry. And this is the Drops Silk Mohair, Kids Silk Mohair in colorway raspberry. Holding those together to make a bulky. And then this is the Essayer. And that's called the Essayer EcoSoft or EcoSoft. And this is colorway undyed natural. And this is the same yarn that Claudia used for the in between the main colors. But she held hers with some mohair. I didn't do that, but love it.
That is gorgeous.
That is really, yeah, it's so fluffy.
So fluffy, and it's beautiful. And if you've never done color work before, this is a really good, this is a stranded color work. And so when I do this, I hold it one yarn in each hand, but it's very simple. It's a very simple color work. So for a new person to do this for a first color work, this is a really good one to start on.
Except when you're doing the pearl side.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're doing the backs. Yeah, you're purling color work on that.
Yeah,
for the
that's
whole
true.
top part.
That's true.
So I just did it like, I would hold them both in the same hand.
Yeah, drop one and just.
Yeah, if you
make
just
sure.
kind of methodically,
Yeah.
you can do it with one hand
Yeah.
also. Yeah. So, but it is. Otherwise, I think it's pretty simple.
It
Yeah.
is. It really is. Even
Yeah.
doing the color work on the wrong side is not hard.
This is like my third color work thing that I've done, the third garment. So,
Ever? Wow.
yeah, ever. So,
Wow, way to go, girl.
like I'm saying,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. And this is a fun pattern. And it's got that lovely gauge of like 14 stitches or something. Which is like a big needle, and 8. So I'm telling you, I love it.
I don't blame you. I love
All
mine.
right. Since you're doing that one. Well, I also couldn't resist. I'm not going to put the picture up again because you already know that it's Anne Ventzel. But when Claudia started hers, I started one and I didn't like the yarn. It was making it too stiff and it just wasn't working out for me. So I found new yarn and started it again. Okay, so I too am holding yarn together. So let me show you the beauty. So mine is navy and gray.
Oh, that's so pretty.
And you can see that the gray is a little bit marled. So I'm really only on the next section after yours. We're almost at exactly the same place. And I have tried it on so I can tell you yours is going to fit. Because we're both doing the size 2, whatever size that was.
I didn't mention the size.
Yeah. So,
or size medium. I put on mine, but
yeah, I think extra small, small. So it's probably the small. But they're so it's so oversized, and I don't wear my sweaters as oversized as they called for. Okay, so the blue is Lang Yarn's Enya, and the colorway is called Dark Jeans, and you can see that it has a little bit of a marling effect. And then the gray it's these two held together. So this dark one is the Hobbii alpaca lace. And this colorway is color 5. I'm just going to call that light gray. I'm pretty sure that on the website they call this one light gray because there's one much darker than that. And then the lighter gray that I needed to hold those two together to get gauge because like Janet said, it's 14 stitch. This one is Kilborn Woolen's Scout. And this is color gray heather 058. And I got this from Unit Toronto.
Oh,
Couple of years or so ago.
that was at the festival in the mid Ohio.
No, I
No?
actually bought this online from them to make a sweater that I haven't made yet. Obviously. So it was still sitting in my stash. It's one of Claudia Q's gorgeous colorwork sweaters.
Oh, okay.
And I cannot think of what the name of it is, but I may or may not make it. It's still a cute sweater. But anyway, again, I was holding these two together to get gauge because this is lace weight and this is DK weight, and it's doing pretty good. I mean, I might not be exactly on gauge, but I would rather have it less filled in than more filled in because of the experience I had the first time. You know, it was just too stiff. And I steam blocked this yesterday just to see how it would do. And it's really, really, really good.
Oh yeah, feels great.
Yeah.
Nice.
That Lang Enya is
Yeah, that's some nice yarn.
it's pretty nice. Yeah, I think it's a blown yarn. It's like alpaca. This is almost all alpaca except for the Kilborn woolens. Wait a minute, what is so Scout is 100% wool. Doesn't say what kind of wool. Just 100% wool. Huh. So anyway, love it.
This is one I started a while back, and it's just been languishing. You know, it's gone almost 3 weeks, so I have an excuse. This is the rain chain, and I haven't made any progress, but I decided I had to pull it out. And the rain chain, by the way, is a drops design. And I decided I had to pull it out and get myself going on it. Let's see, this is the right side, yes. And I do actually love the pattern. It's really cute, and the gauge is a 10.
Oh my. Wow.
Is there a theme here?
Love a big gauge.
Yes, but it's so soft, and I am using the Drops Wish in the colorway Gray Beige. And I love this yarn. It is so soft.
Yeah.
It's just so
That's
swamp.
what I made that cage the home
Right.
sweater out of. This is so good. Have you used that yet?
No.
love
It's a
it.
blown yarn.
Yeah.
And it is just so squishy.
Yeah, it has baby alpaca, Pima cotton, and merino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really nice.
And with this, because you have ribbing all up the front, I was supposed to do, an English rib or something. Well, I ended up doing a half fisherman's rib because somehow the English rib was just it just kept growing and growing and growing. And I'm not exactly sure what that was about, but anyway, so I just switched to the half fisherman's rib, and it's much more consistent for me.
Yeah, it is. It looks really good.
Yeah, so hopefully I will make progress on that as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of wish I would have. I'm not sure why I didn't make it in the round, because it's a front back and then you do the sleeves separate.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and I'm like, why didn't I put it in the round? But anyway, it's okay. I'll get there next year. I'm making fun of myself because of the cart ride. I started the cart ride in February.
You know, it is only February, what is that, the 5th?
5th or something, yeah. So I could get it done this month. Anyway, yes, I do
could
like,
be
and
wrong.
the pattern's easy to
It's
do.
the 6th, February 6th. 2024.
Yeah.
We didn't say that. It's probably important to say.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll keep going on that.
So my next work in progress is The Stick Season by Rebecca Clow.
Oh yeah. Oh good, you got a joint.
So last time it was just this little strip I showed you, and I have it's joined in the round right now. So this is what the yarn looks like. It's got some beautiful specks of red, blue, and yellow in them.
Beautiful.
In it. And so I'm making this for my husband, and it's a size 52.25. So when I get the front, so once I get this to 4 inches, then you block it, steam block it, which was suggested in the pattern. And then I want to try it on him to see how it's going to fit. Rebecca just came out with a new set of instructions for men, because this is basically in women's sizes. So if you have to make any adjustments for like the arms, pits, or you know, the biceps, any of those kind of changes, maybe the, you know, even on the shoulders, anything. So anyway, she has some instructions there on how to proceed with that. So, so that's going to be the next step
It is. It's
before
gonna
I
be
go any
nice.
further
It's gonna be beautiful.
on this. But it's coming along really pretty,
It is.
and I'm really happy with it. So the yarn that I'm using for this is the Brooklyn Tweed Shelter. And here's the label, and the colorway of that is Meteorite. And again, here's what the yarn looks like. So,
Beautiful.
Yeah.
loving the working with the wool,
Yeah, I bet.
and
He's gonna love that.
Yeah.
yeah, I hope so. And I really hope I can get the fit right and everything for him.
Oh, I'm sure.
So.
Beautiful.
Does she tell you to do the collar at the very end, or does she say to do it before you do the sleeves so you can get the fit right?
She meant, I honestly don't know where the collar comes into play, but
So once you, like when you
Prob-
finish that ball, you might want to pick up stitches for the collar, just so when he tries it on and you're looking at sleeve depth, that you're getting it right. You know, because I usually do that for Rick.
yeah, not a bad idea.
Because it's not like us where we can, you know, go in the guest room, whip our top off, and try it on.
I know,
over
right?
and over and over again.
Right.
What we used
Yeah.
to do
This is new for me because this is the first knit
for him.
for
Yeah,
him.
that's beautiful.
So
What a gorgeous
really-
pattern.
it is such a gorgeous pattern.
Way to go, Rebecca. She's just
I wanna
knocking
make-
it out of the park.
I
isn't
know,
she?
right? She is. She's just, oh my gosh, coming out with such beautiful patterns. And I want to make them all.
Yeah. No kidding.
So,
All right. So no modifications yet because you don't have a
right.
clue. Right.
Don't have a
what-
clue.
What to even start with. Okay, so I'll go ahead and move on to Rick's as well. I'm making the Moby Sweater Man by PetiteKnit. And this is the size 5. It's a 48, which it's gonna be big on him, but it's so bulky that I think that's gonna be okay.
I'm trying to get a.
Oh, it's actually in the yarn.
Oh, okay.
It's very, this is made with the Pearl Soho Yonder yarn. And it has all these, so here's what the skein looks like. So I'm holding it right side up. And it has all these hairs that stick out of it. They're soft. This is 50% alpaca, 50% Highland wool, and the colorway is Stillwater Blue. This is the same color I did my daily pullover with. And I love the color. It's so versatile. It reads, from back here, it reads kind of gray, but when you get up close to it, it reads very blue. So anyway, I'm loving it, but the sweater is like,
Gorgeous.
this is so gorgeous, yeah.
Wow, that is.
So here is the texture. It's got all this cabling. So this is double seed stitch, reverse stockinette. How is that? So it's reverse stockinette. Here it's garter between twisted stitches, and then of course the cable. And this, even though it looks like cable, those are just twisted stitches. So that center part, it's the same on the front and back. Very easy to do. And then on the sleeve, it just has the one cable that runs down the sleeve. So this is really heavy already.
Oh my gosh.
And
Holy cow.
yeah. So
Boy, is that soft.
it is incredibly soft. So I decided to go ahead. Part of the weight might be the cables and all the markers that I've got hanging on it because I am a proponent for putting markers between every pattern change.
Yes.
Just to keep it straight. Once you get going on this, you only need to look at the pattern to figure out how many rows you've done before your next cable crossing. So it's that intuitive. But I think that the back shoulders on yours are going to be like these. I think that's where the shoulder seam goes, way back behind like that.
Yes, okay,
So-
that makes sense.
It's that seam right there. So it kind of goes down the
Sort of
back a little way.
It's like it goes
A
in
slant, yeah.
That's what my cart rug
It's
was.
here.
So you put the color on yours.
I went
already.
ahead and did that because for having him try it on, you can't really gauge what it looks like on him when the neck is gaping way open. So I went ahead and picked up stitches and did that just to
Beautiful.
get it going. But I was going to take this on the trip, but it's getting so heavy. I don't want to carry this in my backpack, and I was thinking, it would be really good airplane knitting because you're not, you're not distracted. You're just sitting there for hours, but I don't want to carry it.
Yeah, it's
So,
right. I don't blame you.
I'm going to plan B for that. So do you have another whip?
I do. I have one more whip.
I do too.
Oh, you have another whip?
I
good.
do.
Okay.
Yes.
Didn't know you had one there. I'm so sorry.
Yes, I have one that I started, last year. And then I got excited about other stuff. And this is The Forager by Isabel Kramer.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, and I'm doing it in the size 4. And I'm using Rowan Felted Tweed in the colorway Barbara.
Oh my
pretty.
gosh.
You had the pinks. This is your pink.
This is
episode.
my pink. I needed something different.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. So clearly I haven't gotten very far, but okay, that's the back. Here's the front. Wow. I like, and then you have the same, it's a faux cable. It's not a full cable, a real cable. So that's down the sleeve. So, boy, I'll tell you, I love the look of the way she does her sleeve cap and everything. It's just, it's really interesting how she does that. I like it.
Does she
And
call that a compound raglan or something?
no,
I forget what she
I don't
on
know.
her
I'd have to look at
sweaters.
the pattern.
She gives the person who started that design credit for it and her pattern. Because what was that brown V-neck that I did? Neem.
Yeah.
She
It's a mess.
Oh yeah, it's hard to tell. You won't find it.
Anyway, yeah, so I guess I'll start picking that back up now.
Yeah, so it's got
Oh,
one right down
yeah.
the middle in the front, and then
and the-
one down. Oh, and back.
And the back.
And the sleeves.
And the sleeves.
Oh, you're gonna love this.
I know.
That weight of yarn is so nice.
I think it's going to be really nice for the spring,
springtime.
or late,
Yeah.
early spring,
Yes.
yeah, especially with our weather being so warm right now. So, anyway, love, love, love it.
Man, that is gorgeous. I forgot. I mean, I remember now that you showed it, but it's been a while since we've seen that one.
Yeah.
So I was watching Forest City Knit Girls the other day, and they're doing a Whippet cowl knit along, like pulling out, trying to encourage themselves and their viewers to pull out whips that have been languishing. Yeah.
Well, this
I
one
have
was
one
a
of those.
this one was languishing from last year. This one I started no, this one was spring of last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so this has been sitting for a while, and I have others that have been sitting for a while, but we won't go into those.
No. This isn't a shame episode.
Right.
This is all
I'm getting guilted.
encouraging.
I'm guilting myself. They're not.
Yeah, don't
I'm
do
fine.
that.
No. Yeah, I always wondered how people like just put stuff down and don't finish them, and now I know.
You probably were thinking that about me because I've got lots up there.
That's okay.
Yeah. I have one that I need to pick up and start working on it. It's beautiful.
Yeah, so what is the next one that you have?
Okay, my next one is The Toasted Tea by Rebecca Clark.
We have a theme here.
We
I feel
do.
left out.
Well, I have plenty of cotton
Right.
yarn. Nice DK weight.
Oh, look at that.
So I just am at the very beginnings of this one. Because I think this is going to be some beautiful knitting for the warm location on the vacation. And this is cotton, 100% decayed cotton. So actually
really
it really should be held like this because this is the neck. So
The yarn is gorgeous.
the yarn I'm using is the same yarn, the Katia or Acacia yarn called Parizo. And it's just this multicolor self-striping yarn. So
Beautiful.
I'm excited about this, and I bought these yarns last year when Tammi and I were in Portugal.
Right.
And so she's already made her tosta tea. So I'm making mine this year. So I thought this would be great knitting.
I love the colors in that.
Yeah, I do too.
That's
So
gonna be beautiful.
It's gonna be nice and colorful and self-striping, and
Yeah, you're really gonna like that. And that yarn is so soft. It's
Yeah.
100% cotton,
Is
I
it?
think.
Okay.
Isn't it?
yes.
It looks so fine.
Yes.
It doesn't look, because I know that's a bigger gauge sweater, and that
Right.
yarn looks really.
That's considered DK.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. I love it.
But you know what? Even mine,
Thank you.
is that a 16 stitch?
17.
Oh yeah, I use a size 8 needle on this.
Yeah, I mean the gauge is really
Love it.
loose. I was using the other yarn that looks thicker than, I said it looks thicker, but now that I'm looking at it next to yours, it doesn't look any thicker. They look pretty much the same.
The same yarn brand.
It is, yeah. But the gauge is really loose and the stitches are not that close together, which makes for a really nice summer top.
Yeah.
You can't see through it, but the air can really get through.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that's always nice.
Right. So this is only my second toast to tea, but I'm sure I'll be making more after this.
Well, I have one more, and it'll look a little bit familiar to you, and it'll probably sound a little bit familiar. So this is the Monday sweater by PetiteKnit. It's the same sweater that Janet's wearing right now. And I'm actually using the same yarn, sort of. So my base color or base yarn in the background is the Uru.Yarn Sugared Sport. And it has stellina, and I don't know. It's probably coming through better than I can see from here. I bet you're yelling at me now going, yes, we can see the stellina, because it's actually 10%, which is kind of a lot. And the reason I'm doing anything is because, oh, look at this yarn. This is the Mohair that Claudia got us, or gifted for Christmas in 2022.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And so it is, again, the Sheepyshire. We're really having a, there we go. And my colorway is called Soul Sister. So I am absolutely loving this. So here's the sweater. I got it started, and I am going to take this. It may not be the best beach knitting ever, but I'm going to take it anyway. Here's how the colors are knitting up.
It looks great together.
Yeah, so that stellina still shows through, but the mohair kind of tones it down a little bit. Now on the camera, I think it reads more purple than it does pink.
Yes, it does.
But in real life, I think it reads more pink than purple. And the funny thing is, when you look at the mohair, you see navy, not purple.
Right.
But it kind of reads
Comes
purple.
off. Yeah, it does.
It's
Yeah,
coming
it does.
across that way. So it's really funny. Now I have got some, I think it's drops, kid silk mohair that is the same as this hottest pink color in here. And I'm taking that with me because if I need it for the cuffs or the ribbing at the bottom, I'll just use the plain mohair if I run out. Because you said you only needed like 10% of that last skein.
Right.
And I'm trying to take that into consideration. You know, it's like, I don't want to be able to knit just half a sweater or
Yeah,
Right.
9/10 of a sweater, but I do knit mine a little bit shorter than you do.
That's true.
Right, and it may work out. And
Yeah.
then I made my sleeves a little bit tighter than what the pattern called for
Yeah.
also. So
Yeah.
take that into consideration
Right.
too.
So I know at some point it's a compound raglan because you stop doing sleeve decreases and just continue with body decreases. But I think what I'm gonna do is the body doesn't need to be that big.
No.
I mean, you've got
I have
several inches of positive ease.
Right.
I think what I'll try to do is get a couple of inches of positive ease and just keep trying it on, and when I feel like I'm there, just stop. So it will be sort of the Monday sweater, but I really wanted to use that yarn. And when I saw yours knit up and looking so gorgeous,
Yeah.
I just had to get it cast on. So that one is cast on and ready to go on the trip, and I've got all the rest of the yarn wound up and in my suitcase ready to go.
Cool. Awesome.
Yeah. So, do you have dream knitting that you want to talk about? Because you brought some yarn to
I
show.
did buy some yarn, but I didn't. I mean,
I think you should show those because they're so good.
okay, so this I did get at the Mid Ohio Festival, and I don't have a plan for it, But I mean, my goodness, look at the colors in that. That's just to me is an amazing yarn. I got 2 skeins of this, and this also is, this is 495 yards per.
Oh, that's 50 grams.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. So I could get it. That's almost 1,000 yards. So I could conceivably get a whole sweater out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wasn't sure what to hold with it. And Janet, I said, well, when you're finished with your yellow, let me borrow it so I can do a swatch. And so I could put those 2 together. Or here's another color I could do with it, which would be really pretty too. And then I was playing around with some other yarn, and they said, oh, you could do it with that too. That would be really pretty.
That would be so good. I mean, it totally is bringing out a different color.
It is. So they all kind of make changes with the way the colors are, but I already have plans for this.
Yeah.
And I'll show you.
You know what you could do, Claudia?
What?
The same I'm doing with the hot pink, because you only have maybe not quite enough for a sweater, but almost. You could do the collar and cuffs in this.
True.
And then use this. Yeah, I'm sorry. We're, you
We're-
can't
we're
see.
playing here.
Do the collar and cuffs in this because it's such a perfect match to the gold in there. And hold that with this and hold this with it and just do the collar and this.
That would be pretty.
And then the cuffs,
Yeah.
if you need it for the cuffs or the bottom ribbing and this. But that would be so gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I'd say go for that one. That is just beautiful.
Yeah, I think that's one of the coolest mohairs I've seen because I love the rust in it.
Yeah, what do they call it? Virgo. Okay, all right, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, so.
Okay, now go talk about that one, but it's like,
Okay.
oh,
I know.
I couldn't help myself.
That's okay. That's okay. And I didn't bring I don't have my label for this unless it's stuck down in the bag somewhere. Anyway. So this is yarn. I bought it Rhinebeck. So sorry. I can't remember what it is.
Feederbrook Farms?
No, it's not the Feederbrook.
Is it the loop? Loop?
Nope. Anyway, I'll look it up and let you know. Put it in so it's a color changing yarn. And then I have this yarn. It's a Paragon soft, it's a sport weight. And I want to make the Anjou, Anjou, and that's by Alexandra Liang, Liang. Liang? I don't know, sorry, I hope I'm not butchering
It'll be
it.
on the screen.
Yeah. But that's a beautiful, beautiful design. And so I've done a swatch. I'm not sure if I showed this to you before.
I think you did a while, but it's been a while.
It has
They
been a
need to see
while.
that again because that's just beautiful.
Yeah, and so I was playing with which one was going to be the dominant design. And so I'm going with this one up here. This is the opposite. And so, but I love that. I think those two together are going to be really pretty, especially with the way the colors change.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, be pretty.
Nice.
Yeah, so I've been looking for something to do with this because, well, it is green.
And Paragon.
Yeah, Paragon's a nice yarn.
Did we say Paragon is no more? Are
Right.
they not, did they stop making that?
I think they do still make it. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. I don't think they do, but
Maybe they don't.
yeah, that's the Paragon Sport Weight and the colorway Topiary. And I know, yeah.
Yeah, for some reason, I was thinking that they don't. I have
And I may have said something about it.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe
But-
so.
That's
I don't-
going to be a
I'm
really
not
good
sure.
one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. When I bought this, some reason I was thinking of a cardigan, but I think this will be much better. So,
Oh, that'll. Do you have any dream knits?
There's a couple of things that I want to take on the trip that are small because I'm going to be working on this cotton sweater, the Toasted Tee, but I'm thinking about a headband, and I had made one last year, and I want to make that same one again because I wear it all the time. So, but I haven't quite decided exactly what yarns or anything on that yet. So you'll see that on the next episode. Also, I want to make another baby hat, a little bit different than the one I just made, but in a bigger size. So I want to take some small things on vacation. So I'll talk about those on the next episode.
Yeah,
maybe
that's a
they'll
good
be
idea.
finished. Hopefully.
That's a really good idea. So I was watching the Woolly Thistle podcast sometime in the last week or so, and they're starting a knit along, and the knit along is for color work. And in order to be eligible to participate in the drawing, you need to use at least 50% of yarn purchased from their website. So I looked around. I mean, I've got quite a bit of yarn from their website, and I've got this adorable little Woolly Thistle bag that I think I got maybe with the purchase of Rama Phenol, I do believe. Anyway, I was looking around and I came up with a cowl called the Inspira cowl, and it's the steampunk version. Put a picture in because the photo I have here is really not all that good. But I have this phenol. You can see the colors in it. It's just this beautiful purple. And then I found these they're all either Jameson and Smith or Jameson of Shetland. And I thought those colors would be really good together
Oh my gosh,
for the cowl,
gorgeous.
right?
Beautiful.
Yes.
So I think they're my colors. If somebody could lead me to that person who can help me, I don't know.
I think those will work for you.
I think they'll be okay. The deeper color will be my main color, and I think anything with a gray undertone seems to work for me. I think. Anyway, I'm taking that with me because that cowl, if you're interested in joining in, you sign up on their, I think you sign up on their website, but I also signed up and said what cowl I was going to do on their they've got like a group thing on Ravelry. So if you're interested, get on out there and participate, but I've got it all bagged up and ready to take on the trip with me to start on, I want to say like February 12th or something. So it's not right away. So all I can do is put my yarn and my pattern together.
Yeah, right. Good.
But that's kind of exciting. So
Yeah, that's fun.
yeah, so we are really getting close to 4,000 subscribers. We are 152 away.
That's
So if you haven't subscribed, please do, because we're going to do another giveaway as soon as we hit that number, and that'd be really awesome if we could get there, like maybe on our next episode.
that would be cool.
And do something, yeah. So I'm itching to sew some more project bags and get those together, and we've got all kinds of other little goodies. So yeah, if you haven't subscribed, we really need you to do that. Anything else we need to say before we get over to the tasting table?
No. Well, I think we're good.
I think
good?
we're thirsty.
I think we
We are thirsty.
All right, we'll see you over there.
Okay.
Alrighty, so today we're trying a French wine Friends got this for us when we moved in here in 2007, and we had a party. We've had parties years, like almost every winter. But this,
2017.
So I'm sorry. What did I say? 2007?
Yeah, it was 2017.
We moved in 2017. Yeah, it's been almost 7 years. So this is a 2010 Saint Emilion Grand Cru, and it's clearly a Bordeaux blend. It's 70% Merlot, 20% Cab Franc, and 10% Cabernet Sauvignon. And is that right? I mean, that's what it says it is. It calls it Bordeaux, and it's got Bordeaux on the label.
It can have any of the 5 Bordeaux
Okay,
grades.
so it's
Right.
got 3 of the 5.
It's got 3 of the 5.
So this one is Chateau Haut Grove.
I don't do
the
French.
label will have been at the beginning, and it'll be again just after we're done here. So all the details will be right there. But not surprisingly, this is pretty standard for us. It's more bold than light. It says it's tannic, although I don't really. So it's a 2010, right? So it's 13 years old now. Mm-hmm. It smells like a horse's stall. It's it's about as earthy as you can get. It smells like somebody just mucked the stalls.
I'm not getting it.
Okay, I'm not smelling that at all.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just very, very sensitive.
It has
to
some
it.
earthy notes, but I wouldn't say all that.
So it's more tannic, of course, than smooth, more dry than sweet, and then a little more acidic than soft. It says that we should get plum, blackberry, and dark fruit. And again, I would add the stall to
The
that.
barnyard.
But I think it is very fruity with the plum
Yeah.
and the blackberry.
Leather, earthy, and smoke. I don't know. I guess I am getting the smoke, but boy, oh boy, I am really getting the that earthiness.
Earthy.
But it tastes so different than the nose is on it.
It's really, I like it.
Yeah.
I think it's really good.
Yes, I'm enjoying it too. It has a tartness that goes back in your mouth
Yeah.
when you
Yeah, it's got a
first
very
drink it.
It says,
satisfying finish.
it
for
says
sure.
here, with its dark berry notes mingled with roasted coffee and a mineral undertone.
Yeah.
It's a classic structure and body.
Well, I don't know. I'm glad that we have it. I wouldn't buy it again. So it says that this is in the top 5 of all wines sold in the world, around the world.
5% or 5?
5%, among the top 5% of all wines. But I think Bordeaux's are usually up there, right? They're very proud of the wines in France, and they should be, because they're really pretty darn tasty.
Yeah. And, French wines are also food wines, typically.
Right.
Yeah.
That is so true.
So that would be really good with something that has a lot of fat. It could definitely hold up to like a big fat steak or even a fillet, something like that, maybe not so much fat, but but proteins for sure.
And
Cheeses.
there is some tannins. I'm getting
Yeah.
tannins for sure.
Yes.
You would think with the 2010 that a lot of that would have, dissipated and stuff.
Yeah, so 96 mentions on Vivino of the black fruit notes. So black fruits, what would that be? Like the black plums?
Blackberry, plums.
Oh, plum,
cherries.
blackberry, and other dark fruits, yeah.
Yeah.
It's another one of those very complex. There's a lot,
Yes, there's a
lot
lot.
happening in it.
Yeah. Yep.
And what's the price point on this?
They probably don't have them.
Not on that.
Sorry, you
Probably
can't-
not on that year.
Can't get it anymore. Shop similar wines. If I click on that, there are other Bordeaux, Bordeaux wines are not really all that expensive. They're anywhere, it looks like from $30 to $34. $33, $34.
Similar to this.
So
Yeah.
nice.
Oh,
Nice price point.
hang on. It says you can get it for $34 right now. I don't know how. Somebody might be selling it from their cellar, or I don't know, maybe some winery still has bottles of it. It doesn't say where you get it, but pretty high ratings. 4.0 to 4.4 out of 5 stars. So anyway, I wouldn't buy it again, but I do like a good French wine.
Yeah. Maybe some
Yeah.
cream sauces, because they're kind of known for their cream sauces, right?
Yeah, maybe that there's fat again though, right?
Right. Yeah.
It tends to really increase, like it lets the wine enhance the flavor of the food, and the food enhances the wine,
Yes.
so that it's kind of that cross.
Right.
But, well, I'm glad we tried it. The cork was getting a little dark up, I guess maybe 10-15% of it. So it was probably a good thing that I pulled it from the wine cellar when I did it. And it's got some nice sediment in the bottle.
does.
Yeah.
So it's been sitting a while, yeah.
So anything else that we want to tell our wonderful viewers? Keep those comments coming.
We love all the comments. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, everyone.
We read all of them, even if we haven't responded to every single one.
Yes.
But we absolutely
we
love
do.
them. So
We read
keep them
them,
coming. And thank you for all the wonderful words about our year in review.
Yeah, that was really
was-
nice.
Yeah.
It was really nice.
It was
Really,
fun
really.
doing it. It was really kind of fun putting it
It
together.
was, actually.
I thought it was going to be a nightmare to edit, and it really wasn't.
Oh, that's good.
No, it
That's
wasn't
good.
at all. So you all say that you like the videos of us trying the stuff on and showing it to you. So we'll keep doing that as well, so you can see how it all fits. But I'll go ahead and edit in the photo, from the designer with their name. And of course, our show notes will be as complete as always with links to. A lot of you said you really liked the link to our own pattern page, so where that really does talk in detail about the yarns that we're using and the needle sizes and so forth. So I guess if we're keeping those up to date.
I think they're talking about me.
Well,
It seems that way, doesn't it?
you made a look when I said that, like, oh, now I have to keep that up to date. Anyway, if I link to our pattern page, then you can always click on the designers, the title of the pattern, and it will take you to the designer's page
Yes, that's
for the actual pattern if we don't have enough detail on ours. How about let's just go with that.
Oh my gosh. that's
Anyway,
Yep.
so if you haven't liked and subscribed yet, please do it, because we really do want to give you another gift.
yeah, for sure.
And if you can't be with the wine you love, love the wine you're with. Cheers.